Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sat here with Hilary Lane. She's the one that took the Tributes Leadership Statuette for 2013. Hilary, welcome to Tributes.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Good to be here too. I want you to tell me more about good to be here.
It's been an interesting year, and I think to be standing in Siena in Italy
Yes.
to get your estimate was very humbling and very exciting, because in a lot of ways it's been a year of retrospect, a year of looking at myself differently. And it hadn't been exactly easy. And getting this kind of tribute was like the cherry on the top, like saying, okay, what's past is past, but the gold is risen to the top and now you'll be acknowledged for it. So getting the tribute has been an external validation of I'm doing the right thing.
But tell me,
Yes,
I'm sorry to chip in. For someone of your achievements and very strong personality, do you really need anything more to say to you, you are this?
Yes and no, unfortunately. I said earlier today that there are two types of disability.
Yes, you did.
And one of them being, as I said, but for the record, one is you're born with a disability and one is you become disabled. Now, in my situation, I didn't walk until I was 5 years old.
Yes.
And one of the things that came out visiting the school today is children are not engaged enough about their disability. And because the mirror isn't held up to them, they don't see themselves. Instead, they see what society says. Society, unfortunately, says you're not normal, you're different, you belong, you're a lesser person. And I think it takes a lot of introspective to be able to cast that aside.
Yes.
And that didn't happen to me till I was about 42.
Yes.
Where a situation arose where I could finally kick in out the back door.
Yeah.
That's not to say it's not difficult,
Yeah.
but it depends on a lot of things. I mean, for example, when I was overseas for 2 months, there was only one situation where I was aware of my disability. But living overseas, it's not something that stands out, it's accepted, or people just take it. Whereas I think in this country, it is still very much part of society. There's someone different, and therefore you are judged on your external. But once people get to know you and see beyond the facade, I then say, well, why are they saying wow? Because I do what comes naturally. My father's 84. Tomorrow he goes from London to Land's End, which is at the bottom of England, and he's cycling all the way to the top of Scotland.
At 84?
At 84.
Which is where you took the gene to complete the 45-kilometer New York Marathon.
That's right. But that was another story.
Yeah.
He didn't want me to do it.
Yeah, but tell me, did you do it out of fun or to prove a point?
I did it as a research project.
As a research project?
Yes. I did. Someone challenged me.
Yeah.
My question was, can it be done? What is the effect going to be? And I'll send you the story. It's a very long story, but I will. And I went to the Gates Analysis Clinic at Stellenbosch University, and they filmed me, and they did all sorts of work with me. That's a short story. When I came back, they filmed me again, and they were blown away because my actual walking had changed. But apart from the physical activity, it was a mental thing.
Yeah.
For example, I mean, as I said, I'll send you the story. I was walking, I was at about 36 kilometers. I had my son with me, and I felt incredibly tired. And I knew I couldn't give up, and there was no idea, but I knew something had to change. So I went through my whole body with my mind, and I realized that I wasn't moving my hips. I was propelling myself, and I started walking my hips. And my son literally smacked me and said, "Mom, what happened?" And I said, "What have you noticed?" And he said, "You're walking normally." So there's all sort of little stories about that. So, and also I was in a place in my life at the crossroads where physically, if I hadn't done that walk, it would have been, I would have gone downhill physically a lot. And so it was just an amazing experience, physically and mentally.
You know what I also enjoy about sitting to interact with you is how much you always want to acknowledge your family.
Yeah.
I mean, truth is you were with your son at the race, but you seem to balance the picture such that one also sees that your son was a form of inspiration.
Yeah.
I mean, just the other day, do you mind joining us here, sir? Because it's coming to you now. Just the other day, your husband was the last one to arrive. And there was a very interesting, you may sit right over here, sir. Will our shot catch that? Good. Yeah. If you could just come closer, sir. You know, there is something so profound you said yesterday, and I'm calling you in because I believe I told you this. And now you're mentioning your son, I feel I should say it even on camera. You said, I need my husband here with me in KwaZulu-Natal because I would not have been in a position to do half of everything that I've done, which has even led to my being given the tribute statuette without him. What does it take for a man to really go into such good books?
Off the record.
Talk to me, sir.
Just repeat that question.
What does it take for a man to get into such good books, such that he is even given this?
It implies that a man is often in bad books.
It implies that the man is often in bad books.
Yes. Well, I can relate to that.
Yes.
But I think the respect and trust that has grown probably since this walk, realizing that I can draw a clearer mind in doing what is, she understands, she's very direct. That's not easy for me as a personality.
Yes.
But absorbing that energy, I realize I can be so much more decisive if I clear my mind with direct thinking. Most people can't cope with a person who is direct.
That's very true.
And particularly if it's a woman telling a man what to do. And I've been on the receiving end of that.
You know, I love the fact that both of you are very direct and honest about life and its relationships. You have been very honest and direct with your relationship with yourself, and even your relationship with your husband and your family. And here is your husband very much at peace with his own relationship, with your relationship and the position that you hold with a woman as strong as this one. I still believe that if all men could, did you just look at the camera there like, oh, did you hear that? I still believe that so many of our women would also benefit from us talking as straight as you do. Most of the time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It comes down to core values. And Hilary and I actually come from very different backgrounds. And we met up in two sort of situations. One is in our philosophy of life, and the other one was to do with public speaking and realizing from our coach, one person can make a difference. Now, I hear time and time again, like, I can't get any support for what I want to do. Just go out and do it. And that is an inspiration, and living with Hilary is an inspiration. She's gone out and done things which most people wouldn't do. She's faced criticism of a considerable extent because she has actually pointed fingers about the way we should be going, and I thought, how dare you tell me that?
But I guess those are qualities of leadership. And here
Exactly.
we are in KwaZulu-Natal today with the tribute statuette in leadership presented to her. You know, most people will think that good leaders are those that have gone to school to do leadership courses. Sometimes it's a natural trait that people should really acknowledge and even embrace. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, what more can I say? If the husband has even testified, and she has also spoken about her own life, the best I can say is congratulations, number one, for the tribute statuette.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations for being a part of this experience. Ladies and gentlemen, Hilary Lane and her husband, Christopher. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, before you go, they say, been there, done
Done
that, and what about the t-shirt?
Got the tea.
Got the t-shirt. I have a t-shirt here for you, Hilary.
Thank you very much.
There we are.
Thank you.
It's Tributes 2013, a t-shirt that we give to you so that you can proudly go back to Cape Town and say, here is the t-shirt, you can't ask me much. But of course, because Christopher traveled over the hills and far away to be with you, we can't do without giving him his own t-shirt. Could you also give me another size for, well, what are you saying, small or extra large? Medium.
Large is okay for me.
Thank you very much. The Lane family, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah. You are the
Thank you.
Thank you very much.